I'm back, and I actually, after I got done with the last video and I kind of reviewed it, I realized I didn't say everything that I wanted to say. Surprise, surprise, I have more talking to do. So, I actually wanted to touch more on the Sky John show. I had to watch it again, which was kind of torture. That guy's like a huge jerkwad. And I wrote down some of the things he said because I wanted to respond to them directly. The first thing I wrote down was that he said people judge you by what your woman looks like. And I agree, they do. It shouldn't be that way, but they do. But my question is, why does it matter that much to you? If you like this girl, why does it matter what your coworkers think or even what your boss thinks? It's none of their business. Even in a situation where you have to bring, like, your girlfriend to, say, your company Christmas party. She's fat. That's it. Maybe she's a wonderful person. You know, if you're dating her, obviously you think so. It's not like she's the drunk girl up on the table grabbing your boss's crotch and acting just totally obnoxious. You know, she's just fat. That's it. If you're happy, it really doesn't matter what anyone else thinks. And he had said something about when a man walks in with a really hot chick, then it shows how successful he is. And people think, wow, that guy, good guy. Look at the hot chick that he's with. First of all, I wanted to ask, why can't that hot chick be a fat chick? I mean, why can't you be both? Beyond that, if you're using a girl to make a statement about yourself, you're using a girl as a trophy. She's a badge. You know, she's an object. She's not a person. What kind of relationship is that? Like, you're not going to have a good relationship with someone, doesn't matter how beautiful she is, if you're just using her because she's gorgeous. It doesn't work. So, the next bit, it got kind of sexual, which is a little touchy. I don't know what all I can say. But he said that tackling a big girl is far more difficult than tackling a small girl. This is actually kind of hard for me to respond to because I haven't had sex with big girls or small girls. So I'm going to leave this up to the guys on this one. But from my own perspective, it doesn't seem more difficult. Granted, I've always been a big girl, so I really don't have any, like, small sex versus big sex. But it doesn't seem that taxing. Doesn't seem to discourage a lot of people. Plus, there are very few things that a thin woman can do that I can't. And there are a lot of things that I just do better. But moving on, I did speak to one of my male friends about this, and I can't remember actually exactly which one it was, but it was a friend of mine who preferred big women. And he said that, you know, in his experience, it is a little bit more difficult to be with a big woman. It takes a little bit more. And he likes that because it makes you feel like you're more of a man. And I guess going off of that, I would ask, if you think it's too much work to be in bed with a big woman, are you maybe, you know, perhaps that you don't have what it takes to do the job? Sorry. Next quote. One of the girls on his show, the plus size girls, had made the comment about why are you can't speak tonight either. Why are you so concerned with people dating fat chicks? You know, what about the guys who date ugly girls? And let me say, none of this really matters, but, you know, for the sake of argument. But he said, well, yeah, but an ugly girl can have a killer body, though. I don't have much to say about that. I just wanted to point that out, and I just thought it was kind of absurd. Because you won't date a fat girl because you're worried about your friends judging you, but you would date an ugly girl with a good body. It doesn't make much sense to me, but whatever. Next quote, and this is kind of tying up his whole spiel throughout the show. He said, I have no problem with hooking up with a fat girl, so I'm still accepting them, just not long term. Gee, thanks! I have your acceptance. You're willing to have sex with me. I feel so good about myself now. Listen, that's not acceptance. That's using someone for sex. Saying, you're good enough to have sex with, but you're not good enough to date. And girls, this happens all the time. You can't let men get away with that kind of behavior. Even if you just go along with it, you're condoning that attitude. You're saying that that's okay, and it's not okay. If you're good enough for them to want to have sex with you, you're good enough to date. You don't have to be that girl. And that actually reminds me of something. I will tell you a little story. I'm on a dating site, and no, because I'm single, and I got this message about a month ago, and this is not unusual. This is just the one that stands out in my mind. I got a message from a young man, and it said, hey, you look like fun. And I wasn't sure if maybe that came off a little wrong, but he was pretty local, and so I just said, yeah, I'm fun. So, what are you looking for? What's up, you know? And he said, wow, I just kind of wanted to hook up. I'm not really looking for anything serious. So, you know, it's a dating website. It's not a hookup website. Some of these guys just use it as a sex site. So I go to his profile to check it out, and sure enough, it says, looking for a long-term relationship. So I messaged him back, and I said, that's weird because your profile says that you're looking for a relationship. And he messaged me back. He goes, yeah, I like big girls, but I just like sleeping with them. Pass. Yeah, I'm going to pass on that one. It's not going to be me. The thing is, I get those kind of messages all the time. And for a while, I thought it was me. I thought, you know, maybe I was putting out some kind of slut vibe. Maybe something in my profile, my description said that. Maybe my picture suggested it. So I've done a whole bunch of things where I changed everything. I changed all my pictures so they're just like, you know, the face pictures, and they were nothing south, because I thought, well, maybe they're seeing my chest is making them think that I'm this whorish person. And it really didn't change anything. And I've talked to some of my friends who have profiles on dating websites who are thinner, and they get some of those messages, but they don't get them as much as I do. And now I'm developing the theory that maybe it is the fat girl thing. Maybe they think, like this douche thinks, that because I'm a big girl, I'm automatically desperate, that I don't get a lot of attention. That's offensive in itself. So, anyway, just don't let this happen. You're worth more than that. You're probably a pretty cool chick. I'm a cool chick. I don't have time for that. I don't. So, the next quote, the last quote, is, it says, all big girls don't have nice personalities to begin with. They angry 'cause they fat. That's usually the way it is. I'm not angry. And I can't speak for all big girls. And the thing is, you can't put us all into one category because we're different. It's like any other group of girls. You're going to have nice girls. You're going to have mean girls. You're going to have angry girls. But we're not angry because we're fat. We're angry because you're an asshat. Because you treat us like we're only good enough to have sex with. And let me tell you something. And I'm just going to go there and say this is kind of like the frat boy type. And you know what? Frat boys, if you're offended by that, tell your friends to stop being douchebags and perpetuating the stereotype. Here's the thing. I know a lot of those kind of men who would, given the chance, publicly ridicule someone like me. But in private, they're begging, they're harassing me for shit. I don't have a problem with that kind of behavior if you're upfront about it. But if you're gonna do that, you know, like he said, go ahead and hook up with a fat chick as long as you can get her not to tell anyone. Fuck you. There is no reason to be ashamed of being with a big girl. We're cool. Like I said, cool chicks. Anyway, that was a little embarrassing to say because I like to share my videos. And pretty sure my parents might see that one and sorry, Mom. But it's true. It's true. Frat boys, I don't have time for that kind of mentality. But anyway, that's pretty much all I had to say about the Sky John show. P.S. You're an ass. Just thought you should know. And one more thing. This is completely unrelated, and my videos wouldn't upload to YouTube, and it got me really pissed off, and I was like doing other things. And I saw this video that someone had made, thinking they're hilarious, about like in a horror style movie about fat chicks in bikinis. And there were a lot of comments, and I was so happy to see a lot of comments like, "Oh, that girl's hot. This girl's hot. I would totally go to this party." Good, because they're a lot of fun. But there was one guy who said, I'm assuming it's a guy. I guess it could be a girl. I just, I didn't look. But someone who said, I can't believe that they're just walking around there all comfortable with themselves like that. It's disgusting. And that actually kind of made me smile because to me that says, that's the attitude of, you know what? I'm trying to make you guys feel bad about yourselves. I'm trying to put you down. And you're just totally ignoring me. Yeah, we are. It's not going to be that way forever, where you actually have the upper hand. So I guess enjoy it while it lasts. I'm done. Hopefully this uploads because shit isn't working tonight. Thanks for watching. Good night.